those hoping that Mario Party 10 might finally shake up the series are going to be a wee bit disappointed. You see, while the move to the Wii U has opened up a few new ways to minigame via the wonder of the gamepad or a selected group of Amiibo, the core game is, well, exactly the same as it's always been. Let's take a look at the most talked about addition here, the Amiibo. On the surface, getting some actual use out of Amiibo's cute plastic figures of joy is no bad thing, but there are some limitations. For starters, you can only use a selected group of Amiibo with Mario Party 10 for anything significant. Anything outside of that group can only be used in a read-only capacity to earn Mario points that can be spent on items in the game. Those Amiibo that do have full functionality can be used in the specific Amiibo mode, which is largely the same as the normal Mario Party mode with a different set dressing. Here, the smaller board is split into 4 sections, with whatever Amiibo you use creating the board's theme. And very lovely they are too, at least from a stylistic standpoint, with each theme board sporting a different set of power-ups for you to collect and use on your travel along the circular path. There's a certain amount of strategy added by having to collect coins and trade 20 of them in for stars that appear randomly around the board, rather than just collecting them outright. You can also pick up different tokens along the way, which do things like add more stars to the board, randomly dole out coins, or switch a section of the board out for another themed version from the likes of Peach and Donkey Kong. But this is all a distraction from the fact that the Amiibo mode is essentially just a smaller version of a full-blown Mario Party. You might be travelling on your lonesome rather than together in a vehicle, but the end result is the same. Roll the dice, move around the board, and collect as many stars as possible. Naturally, there are some fun mini-games to break up the action, which is the biggest draw of Mario Party 10, and they're part of Amiibo mode and the more traditional Mario Party. Some are more action-based, which include neat platforming challenges and frantic motion-controlled games. Others are slower paced and include memory games and pattern recognition tests. Most of the mini-games are a free-for-all, but there are some neat 2v2 challenges to play through too. But what about the gamepad, I hear you cry? Yes, the gamepad plays a role in the new Bowser Party mode, or if you use a Bowser Amiibo in Amiibo mode. One player takes on the role of Bowser, using the gamepad to play minigames against the other 4 players. While the Bowser minigames don't exactly sell the pad as the game changer Nintendo might have hoped for, they're pretty fun. One of them has you rotating the gamepad to move fiery bars around while the other players try and avoid them, while another has you chasing them up a wall or hammering the triggers. In Bowser Party, there are also sections where Bowser can attempt to deceive the other players by drawing doodles over different paths on the map, or on mystery crates that may or may not contain prizes or dangers. Weirdly, during these moments, the game tells you to trick the other players, which sort of defeats the object of the whole thing, but I suppose this way you're left questioning whether those helpful doodles are a double bluff or not. So there's a lot of content to play through in Mario Party 10, but the Amiibo editions and the Gamepad Bowser games don't really change the fact that you've played this game many a time before. While there's some fun to be had with friends, we found ourselves getting tired of the whole thing after just a few trips around the board. Maybe knocking back a few beers along the way might help, but even then, Mario Party is at most only mildly amusing.